This show brought to you by Read the Play, Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company, Kempe International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.
Welcome back to the Geelong Junior Football and Netball Shots. Netball finals time. We're talking GDFL. We're out at St Albans today where the finals have moved on. We've just had a look at the under-15 game and absolutely pulsating finish to the game between the Bannockburn Tigers and the East Geelong girls. And we've got a couple of the girls from the Bannockburn side. And Talia, it's a pretty tough loss to take, but it was a really dramatic finish too.
Yeah, it was good that we have next week to play and we should be back ready for the grand final if we win.
Caitlin, how are you feeling about that one? You pushed the East Geelong girls who have been the top side all year, all the way.
Yeah, it was a really tough game, but we played really well and it was only one goal, so that's, yeah.
Have you played in too many games that have gone down to extra time? I think I've seen probably 20 netball games this year and I haven't seen one go to overtime. Obviously finals is a whole different kettle of fish though.
No, I don't think we've ever played any overtimes, but that's all.
You come back next week now. Who are you going to play the winner of?
It's out of Inverleigh and North Geelong.
Any preference on who you're playing that one?
No, not really. They're both really good sides, so whichever one will be coming with our best game. So,
Talia, you'll take plenty of confidence, I imagine, from today. It's East Geelong have been the toughest side all year, and you really did push them all the way.
Yeah, I reckon that I don't know, but yeah, they're a good side. We were just that little bit offside, like we didn't have enough. Our passes weren't as good as what theirs were, and then there was just some bits that we should have worked on during the game.
There's plenty of turnovers out there today. How tough is it when it's as wet as it is?
Oh, very. Yeah, we should have worked on those during the game, but we sort of just let them go a bit too much. So
you wouldn't have played in too many conditions like this all year, I imagine?
No, not really. I think a lot of the games that we have played in was sort of really warm games, and yeah, this is a bit different.
So what position were you playing out there, Talia?
Goal shooter.
Position that you've played all the time?
Kind of. If I'm not in shoot, I'm not in wing, so I'm all over the court. So
these wet conditions as well, how tough is it to actually land them in the ring? You can't rely on the ring because I saw a few skim off as well.
Yeah, the wet weather's just sort of making the ball just flip over the top, and yeah, it's too hard to. But at least some of them went in.
And Caitlin, what position were you playing?
Wing attack.
So another pretty tough spot. You've got to make sure you really get your hands on the ball as much as possible. It's not easy today out there in the wet.
No, you just got to go back to the basics and steady everything. But yeah.
All right, and you're confident that if you meet the East Geelong girls in a couple of weeks, you can get the number on them this time?
It'll be a close game, but yeah.
All right, girls. Well, a couple of weeks ago in your quest for an under-15 premiership, all the best, and hopefully you can be there in a couple of weeks' time in the season decider. Moving on again in our netball segment, we've got Sarah, the coach of the Bannockburn under-15 side, and the girls will be disappointed, Sarah, but as I said to the girls, they pushed East Geelong all the way out here today at St Albans.
Yeah, it is a bit disappointing, but I'm very proud of them that they lasted that long and actually come up to level at the end of the time and had to go into time on, so it's really good with the girls.
How are the fingernails? I imagine there would have been a few nervous moments here on the bench.
A lot of nervous moments, especially towards the end, just hoping that they'll get the goals in.
And I think, did the girls actually come from, did they say 3 or 4 down to tie it up with East Geelong too? So plenty of confidence you'll take from the game today.
Yeah, absolutely. At second quarter, I reckon we were down by about 5 and we come back and drew in that half-time as well. And then again, we were down by 4 and, yeah, come up and level again. So it's very impressive for them.
You've got a couple of weeks to go now. How do you respond from the loss today?
Work on some things at training that we did wrong today, some of our passes and things like that, and get ready to step up again next week.
The girls obviously told us how tough it is playing in these wet conditions. What do you almost give them different instructions? Change the game style a little bit?
A little bit. We like to lob it into our goalers sometimes when they're on the hold, so it's a bit hard to do that in the wet now. So short and sharp, that's basically what we say now on the wet.
You obviously try and move it as quickly as possible as well. Do you change that up at all?
Yeah, we just slow it down, play our pace and just see what happens. Keep possession because it's always a low-scoring game in wet conditions.
So you're playing the winner of, I can't actually remember who you're playing the winner of again?
Inverleigh and North Geelong.
Inverleigh and North Geelong it'll be. So that's going to be a huge test for the girls next week again?
It sure is. They're both two different sides, so it'll be interesting who comes up and wins next week, and we'll just go from there when we find out who wins.
And is today the sort of performance that you think can give you that little bit of confidence to get you maybe to the flag at the end of the year?
Yeah, they brought out everything they got in that last few quarters, so I'm absolutely proud of them, and if they keep that up, who knows what they'll be able to do.
All right, Sarah, well, good to hear that the girls are on track, and hopefully they can respond again next week and get you into a grand final for another shot at East Geelong. All the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
Moving on again in our netball segment here on the Geelong Junior Football Netball Show. We've got the victorious coach of the East Geelong girls, Karen. And Karen, they pushed you all the way out there, Bannockburn, but after a few nervous moments, you got over the line.
Yeah, the first quarter was pretty unsettled, but look, we were really expecting a really hard fought-out game today. Last time I think we drew with them. But yeah, it was a really hard, tough, physical game actually, so we just got over the line, which was really impressing.
So through to a grand final now, I imagine the girls will be a bit battered and bruised after the game out there today, and it'd be nice to have the week off next week.
Yeah, it will be. I think we needed a bit of a rest. We've had some illnesses probably the last 5 or 6 weeks and everything, but the week off will put us in good stead for the grand final.
So how do you use the week off now? Do you train and then maybe come down here next Saturday and have a look at who you're going to be playing? Yeah,
we'll do quite a hard training session through the week, and then we'll definitely come down to the girls on Saturday and have a look at the game, and then we'll go back and evaluate everything, and we'll put it into plan then.
And tell us a little bit about the young fella that's joined us here, one of the mascots for the team, we believe.
Yeah, this is our little mascot. His name's Boof. Actually, his mum's lining up in our D grade at quarter to 12 today, Mum Sally, and he helps out around the club, and he's a great little kid.
So he's not going to do the usual mascot thing and dress up the same as the girls, is he? That's what you see in the football.
You never know, he might suit up next week. What do you reckon, Boof? You reckon we will?
Can we see you in a netball skirt, Boof?
No?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Oh, we'll get that excited.
Bit of a footballer, so yeah.
All right, well, maybe on grand final day we'll see Boof out there. Really good win by the girls today. Karen, congratulations, and all the best in the grand final in a couple of weeks' time. Moving on again in our netball segment here on the Geelong Junior Football Netball Show. We've been joined by 4 of the girls, and Boof's back again from the East Geelong under-15 side, the little mascot. And Molly, you'd be really happy after that win today. The Bannockburn girls really did push you.
Yeah, they did. It was a really exciting game going into overtime, and we're just really, really pulled together in the last 5 minutes to win by 1 point.
We got Gemma. Is that overtime something you've experienced before?
No, it's not. It was really nerve-wracking for me because I've never done it before, and
So I imagine we saw Birdie and Karen and a few of the guys over there with the nerves were obviously high on your bench. How are you feeling out there, Shay, when in that last up period?
I think it's just important to keep calm and just take in what they're saying on the sidelines because it helps. So, yep.
Nikki, how much tougher was it out there today? Obviously, we expect the sunshine and everything to come out. We actually had a pretty nice week apart from the wind and the rain and a few other things that came, but pretty tough conditions out there today for your girls.
Yeah, it was extremely tough. It was slippery and the ball just slipped right through your hands, and we were lucky to do as well as we did and win.
Molly, being a goalie, you've obviously got to make the catches and everything on a day like this. How much tougher does the rain make it?
The rain doesn't make it that hard. It's more the wind. It wasn't too windy, but we could have done better with shooting. I could have done better with shooting-wise.
It's pretty tough with a ring as well. I know you sometimes rely on that just to get the little bounce in, but it seemed to just skim off too.
Yeah, it's a bit tough when it's like this, but we pulled together and I'm just really happy.
Jimmy, you've got a week off now. How do you think you're going to use that? You'll obviously train, but then you'll be down here next week taking a look at the preliminary final?
Yeah, we'll be coming down here and, I'll have a sleep in.
That'll be nice. Shady, do you expect to see Bannockburn again in a couple of weeks? They're a pretty tough side.
Yeah, I reckon we will probably see them in a few weeks. I don't think we should underestimate them because, they're very close to us all the time, so, yeah.
Nikki, the build-up's going to be pretty big over the next couple of weeks for the grand final. Are you excited already about that one, thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited, and we have to train hard, and hopefully we win the grand final.
All right, girls. Well, well done today on the win. In a couple of weeks, you'll be back here for the grand final. All the best for that one as well. We'll wrap it up here on the Geelong Junior Football Netball Show, though. We'll be back next Friday morning from 7 a.m, so be sure to join us then.
This show brought to you by Read the Play, Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company, Kempe International, De Grande Cycle and Sport.